Programs in America. The Tide comes in undefeated with a record of 7-0. Florida, meanwhile, is a rising superpower. The Gators have their best team ever and hope to prove it by winning here in Tuscaloosa for the first time since 1985. How good is Alabama? Are the Gators for real? Find out next. We welcome you to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where we're expecting a big crowd at Coleman Coliseum for Southeastern Conference Gymnastics. It's 4th-ranked Florida and #1 Alabama. Hi again, everybody, and welcome along with Kathy Johnson-Clark. I'm Chris Marlowe. Not only has Alabama won 4 national championships, but the Tide has finished as the runner-up 5 other times. Gives you an idea of the lofty goals of this program. This is a team that expects to compete for the national championship every year.
Well, if you compare this team to last year's team that began slowly and built to a very strong second-place finish behind an immensely talented UCLA team, this team was packed with freshmen. Now they've got experience and they're competing well. It looks as if they started off where they left off last year, and they're just building on that. One of the keys to the big success is Jeana. She's a senior member of the team and really become a strong leader. She has come into her own, immensely talented. She's throwing all of her stuff, but the key here is this is the most relaxed I've ever seen her in competition, on and off the floor. Finally just pulled it all together to have a great final year. Ashley Miles is the youth of the squad. She won the national championships on the vault as a freshman last year, and she's one of the most dynamic and exciting gymnasts on vault and floor exercise, and will be a great combination with youth and the experience of the veterans.
Hey, how about them Gators? Florida, a good, solid team for a long time, but the Gators have never won a national championship. That thinking has changed a little bit now. The Gators have a new coach and high expectations.
Well, in my opinion, they're no longer going to be wannabes. They're gonna-bees if Rhonda Fain has anything to do about it. As an athlete herself, she was an '88 Olympian. She competed very successfully at UCLA in college, and then went on to assistant coach at Maryland and Nebraska. Now she's hit her stride as a head coach, and she does amazing things here at the University of Florida. The most impressive thing that I've noticed is that the gymnasts that were already in place responded to her immediately, came on board, wanted to work harder, step it up. They said, we don't want to be second class anymore. We want to be up there on the top. And so now you combine with the athletes that she has recruited herself, this program is coming together.
Obviously, 2 outstanding coaches, Rhonda Fain of Florida, Sarah Patterson of Alabama. A little earlier, we asked both of the coaches if they have their teams where they want them to be right now.
We're a much stronger team right now than we were a few weeks ago for the Super 6. We've definitely improved on vault and floor, which is where we were a little bit missing the landings and the sticks at Super 6. And we've proven that in the last 2 meets that they've upped our scores. They're extremely aggressive and confident, and it's only the fourth meet of the year. So we're really excited, very proud of them.
Well, I think that we're doing a great job right now. I think we're developing a lot of depth. I think anytime you're scoring 197, you're where you need to be. I like where we are. I think our vaulting is the strongest that has ever been in the history of our program, and I think our ladies are continuing to improve with each meet.
The Alabama-Florida series dates all the way back to 1976. Alabama with a huge lead. They've won 17 of the last 19. Interestingly, Florida has won a couple. They did it last year in Gainesville and at the Super 6. The last Gator dual meet win here, though, 1979. So we're set for the start of the first rotation. Florida's going to be on bars and Alabama on vault. Of course, Alabama, what a lineup they have, featuring the great sophomore Ashley Miles. She's from San Antonio, Texas. She's one of the anchors, and her running mate is the senior from Longwood, Florida, Jeana. And Jeana is spectacular on vault.
She's ranked 3rd nationally on this event and starting off a terrific senior year. Her final year in collegiate gymnastics has become a very strong leader for this squad. She's performing a laid out Yurchenko with a full twist, usually very cleanly. Let's see if she can pull off a stuck landing. Very pretty in the air. Boy, almost a perfect landing. Just slid back just a little bit. The judges will see that and take off a small deduction for that. Very nicely done in the air, though. Good technique, nice straight body, very crisp twist, feet together.
And now here's Orley Szmuch, the 4'11" junior from Los Angeles, up on bars for the University of Florida.
And she is a fun one to watch. She is so spunky, even on bars. She just got a little spark to her. Very nice release move, going the other direction than we usually see on that Ginger. Hack salto down to the low bar. Very, very good difficulty. An impressive, clean form. That's nice to see. Full pirouette. Double tuck, not a really difficult dismount, but boy, you really have to admire the form that she keeps.
We are underway here in Tuscaloosa. Rice a 9.9, Szmuch a 9.85. We'll be back. Florida and Alabama in a Southeastern Conference dual meet. You see the event rankings. Alabama first on floor, Florida first on beam. We'll see those rotations a little bit later. This is the first rotation. Alabama on vault has a 9.9 from Rice, a 9.825 from Pierce. Florida on bars has a 9.85 from Orley Szmuch and a 9.85 from King. So both teams hitting early. This is Samantha Lutz on bars. She's a freshman, highly regarded. They expect a 9.9 or higher from her.
Now watch these handstand moves. There's a nice release move. Watch that they finish the pirouette on top of the bar. She's a little bit past vertical.
Jeana got a 9.85 for her vault.
There you go, a solid routine, not packed with difficulty, however. You'll see more difficulty in other bar routines.
For Alabama on ball against Super Sciences major.
Rhonda Fain is the head coach. Randy Lane, Lewis Robinson Jr. and Lindsey Minor, the assistant coaches for Florida. Florida Gators with a record of 8-1, 1-0 in the Southeastern Conference. And here is Shannon Hrozek.
And I watched her in warm-ups. Very dynamic vaulter. Couldn't quite come up with the stick on that landing, but is very pretty in the air.
Hrozek, one of the veterans, a junior from the Woodlands, Texas.
This is one of the hardest vaults for the judges to really separate the quality in this vault. We see a lot of the scores crammed in, almost the same. You really want to see one blasted way up in the air. But it's always a very, very good scoring vault. That's why some of the top vaulters are opting to do that Yurchenko full twist. It's worth a 10-0. It's easy to go for the stick. You see the mat the whole way. Easy to stay clean.
Hrozek, the 1998 Texas State Vault champion, will give you her score in a moment. Now we're set for Erin Pendleton, the exercise physiology major. Pendleton, a senior, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Speaking with Coach Rhonda Fain, she's really trying to increase the level of difficulty in the routines.
She's had a 10 on bar. She's the Florida school record holder, so she should be good on this event.
Very nice combination. Watch the intricate handwork during the pirouetting moves and the grip changes. She has several different grips that she uses. Double layout, nicely done. A little bit more difficulty in this routine. We saw a nice release move. There's a transition move down to the low bar. Again, judges are looking for that to go right to the handstand.
Hrozek got a 9.875, so 4 solid Alabama vault scores. And now here comes Alexis Brion.
And she is a powerhouse. She has so much speed and dynamics. And what can you say about the landing, except it was perfect.
Alabama has not scored a 10 in competition this year. Could this be it?
Now, the judges don't have the opportunity to take a look like we do a second time and slow motion. She's pretty clean in the air. She was nice height. And there's not a single deduction on the landing. That's for certain.
Tide fans want a 10. Brion gets a 9.95.
I think that's right.
Alexis Brion.